All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire, Zach Phillips, sporting a nice little new hairstyle for Zach. We'll have to show it off later. I know he's been anxious to do that. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to your questions, comments, concerns.
Do that?
What?
I'm not. I mean, what is he? Listen, I mean, did his girlfriend make him do that?
You didn't see that fade on him? Then he took off the hat and everything. He was fishing for compliments just 2 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, listen, I had to wait till we were on there. I don't want to set it up so he could think about it. I had to wait till we were on there to drop it. But
yeah,
Zach, get in here. Let's get.
Told you he's got a little bit of the fade.
Set up a poll since we already know we're doing Ohio State, Penn State. Zach old look, Zach new look.
All right, I'll set it up.
Love it. That is producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to the real stars of the show, that's being you guys and your comments, questions, concerns, before we get into a bunch more Week 10. That's right, Week 10 best bets. Let me remind everybody that Hit the Books is brought to you by none other than FanDuel. And you can make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Love FanDuel. They are the first to market when it comes to weekly spreads, totals. You want to go dive into the derivative market. They got team totals up there. You want to bet win totals in January like I did, even though I didn't do a good job this year. You can do that at FanDuel. And right now, you can also, all customers get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. And the favorite PBT offer for this week, the Parlay Boost Builder, is none other than the game we're doing at halftime tomorrow, Ohio State, Penn State. You might know that that's getting played on Saturday, one of the biggest games of the year. You got a 50% PBT. You can use your bets on spreads, live bets, totals, and so much more. And again, that profit boost, the PBT, because the T stands for token. You can get that at FanDuel.com. What you need to do is visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present in select states or 18 plus and present in D.C. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. Knish, what's happening?
What's going on, brother? Well, I mean, Well,
I'll tell you what's going on. Your boy Tent's releasing picks during the start of the show. How do you like that? How do you like them apples?
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all here.
One I agree with already. That's not good. Ugh. Oh, well.
Shame on him. Shame on him for knowing that the biggest, best college football show trying to release at the same time. And I know a lot of our listeners probably unbelievable. But we won't let that deter us. Big week ahead. Maybe not exactly the most marquee slate, but hey, I'll take it, baby. With a fleeting few weeks to go, beggars can't be choosers.
Hopefully my mic is better. I don't know what happened there. Looks like it reset to the iMac. I don't know why it was
happened a few times to Joey K. So don't
some reason. So I don't know. What is with this? I mean, I make fun of you sometimes, but why? I do how many StreamYard shows a week, and all of a sudden one time it's not set up on the mic. I don't get it. I don't touch anything. I just hit exit whenever I'm done.
I was gonna say I think you sound okay here. So
this is a not you guys issue. I just want to make sure that's clear. This has happened to Knish. This has happened to me. This has now happened to Brad here. This is not you guys. This is a software issue, not you guys.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
All right. Because I don't touch anything. I mean, I'm not the best tech guy, but I do know a little bit, being an old millennial. But I just, whatever. All right. I think we're back to live action now. Got any thoughts? What you've seen so far this week? Not, we haven't seen too many, big games since I last talked to you. Liberty's a fade, even though the market continues to bet on Liberty.
I mean, I tell you what, you nailed that about a month ago. Just fade Liberty every week. Parlay them with the Lions, and you never have to worry about anything. Our ULL play had some resistance on that play. That the market didn't like that too much, but I thought the result. I mean, They were the better
Well, it
team.
helped the Texas State quarterback got hurt. Not that he was playing that well to begin with. But.
No, I mean, I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna give the people the market off the hook there. ULL start to finish, baby. And I tell you what, I tell you really what. I'm excited to see some action next week, midweek, because these CUSA teams had about enough.
You're gonna be watching it on Tuesday, or I thought you'd be down at Kamala headquarters.
I might be if we lose Wednesday, I'll miss the Wednesday game because I'll be DC picketing, setting things on fire. But no, I mean, listen, the action is where you know where it's at. So that's what we want weekday. So yeah, give me some action. I've had enough, CUSA.
Yeah, I did forget we had a best bet on that ULL, so we did start off the week 1-0. I like that. That's good. I wish we'd have given out. Shoot, Jacksonville State should have been on the card. That's on me.
Yeah, I know.
I should have been. We got one tonight. Georgia State market seems to agree with that. Old Horseshoes up against it again tonight, I think.
You know what? It's funny.
Doctor came in on Georgia State today.
Yeah, they did. Because I think somebody tried to get that up to 10 there. It sprinkled up to there were some 9s for a minute, and then it crashed down this morning. So, yeah, I agree. You know what? That Jacksonville State, though, it kind of, we talked on Monday, it still faded out a little bit towards close. Like the Liberty buyers were still there.
I don't get it, man.
I mean,
Liberty's covered one game this year. Of course, it was a game that I bet against them. It was the East Carolina game, but that game was an incredible bad beat for if you back East Carolina. So
my theory, that's probably the last week of any Liberty money.
You would think.
You would hope. I mean, I don't. Actually,
no, I don't hope. I hope they keep coming in. They're not done losing yet, folks. They're very capable of losing a couple more games. They're very capable of losing every game from this point forward. Honestly, when you lose to Kennesaw State, every game's up for grabs. Let's get to the chat. Fabulous one. Who is betting Purdue? Not me. The bye week couldn't help with coaches and players probably looking elsewhere. Northwestern, more buttoned-up squad, screams money line. I do lean Northwestern, especially at what, 2.5 now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with. I think this is one. You kind of said it there. It's spot versus performance here. I think Northwestern has been better, especially since they made the quarterback change. And you give me gun to my head, these two teams on a neutral, I'd have Northwestern a small favorite. So, do you think we see a 3 though? That would be my question here. I haven't actually gotten in yet. Waiting to see if a 3 popped. So I'm not super confident in what we see. I would doubt it. Maybe a couple smattering pops, but what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, 3. I'm fine betting it now. I mean, 3. I would put it on the best bet on the show. I mean, I trust Northwestern's defense is the best unit of the bunch. I trust the coaching staff more at Northwestern. Spot's not great, but if you had to bet the game, want to bet the game, I'm fine with 2.5. I think there's other options for best bet material to add today. Oh, dog. Oh. That's
money. You know what?
Money line.
Zach, I might have to edit the old money line parlay there.
Zach's all over that. Yep. You better take the plus 110 there on the Wildcats. Charles in the chat. Don't look now, but Jay Norvell has covered 5 straight spreads. Yeah, I have seen that. What's the word on Lewis? Lewis, I think, is going to play for Nevada. I think Norvell makes it 6 straight covers. Lewis is going to play. There's like 5 or 6 other starters for Nevada. I got to dive into this more that are banged up. So
yeah.
Where you at here? I haven't bet it yet.
No, me neither. I know. Was waiting on the Lewis news. He looks good, but as you said, both teams are pretty banged up. But Nevada especially. I mean, coming off a game where they got pretty bodied against Hawaii there. And Colorado State, even with the injuries, even after losing Horton, I mean, they have been playing significantly. Now, they haven't exactly played the murderer's row of opponents here, but
yeah, I agree. I don't know. Pass.
Let me. I'm probably leaving this one alone.
That's a late game tomorrow. Let me dive into these injuries and see how significant. If I think they're really super significant for Nevada. The problem is they've been, I mean, other than even last week, they moved the football. They had 400 some yards, even with the backup. They're pretty consistent. I mean, they bring it almost every week. So that's the only reason why I haven't faded them yet. Steve in the chat, Brad, do your power ratings support the Pitt SMU line of -7? They do. I made it 7.6 off a key number. That's pretty significant. If so, where do you see SMU's most significant advantages? I think Pitt's offense is extremely overrated. Once teams have figured it out, they didn't score any points in the final 40 minutes of the Cal game. I know that because I bet Pitt in that game. Obviously, Pitt's defense outscored their offense in last week's game. And then this is the time of year where I start going through, change one play in their season. Well, I could do that for multiple games. Cal missed a field goal that would have been a loss for Pitt. Pitt rallied from 3 touchdowns down against Cincinnati. I watched that game. You change any 1 out of 10 plays, they can't come back and win that game. What's the line then if they got 2 losses? West Virginia game, Pitt's down 10 with 5 minutes left. They needed everything to happen their way in the final 5 minutes of that game. So, I mean, my power ratings are treating, Pitt like a multiple loss team. SMU has a loss, but that has aged well with BYU unbeaten. And I don't know. It's one time a year I get to play on a team that was -6 in turnovers and won a game. And then I'm playing against a team that was +5 in turnovers last week. It's an auto play for me. I love SMU. What say you?
Do we have a flat 7? No, enough market in the 7. I know you were leaning on the 7. Just numbers wise, I don't know if I can get to 7.5 here, laying 7.5. I would 7. It's got to be 7 or better for me.
I agree. Tout Service gave out 7 for those watching. So I agree. Don't lay 7.5, 7 or better. You'll be fine. As far as the quarterback situation for both, looks like both are going to play, Jennings and Holstein. So that's good there. I got a text that said, so close to turning out the podcast after Knish's response if Trump won. Unbelievable. That's what I got. Well, I'll tell you, politics makes people something else.
I tell you,
on both sides, it's unbelievable.
I got to show a spot next week on a different talking to. It is the one thing that even the most sophisticated of better just cannot take their own opinion out of it and look at I mean, you've got people that have made a lot of money betting sports for a long time that will tell you either one way, as we've seen in the past, absolute lock betting opportunity of a lifetime. I chopped up a bit with 4 years ago now. One of my real peak tweets all time. If you search Joey K opportunity of a lifetime here, that's one you want to watch. I'll retweet it after the show because I can't get enough. But yeah, that's one that, I mean, it drives people up. It takes their logic completely out of it.
Yes. It's unbelievable. The old horseshoe, though, I thought he was, he's all of a sudden become a political expert. Because I don't know, he changes his fucking mind every other day. I saw him tweet that Kamala's a lock. He was in front. There you go. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, do yourself.
You got after a couple people on that. Ed disappeared after that, didn't he? Is he okay?
Yeah, I know some guys that know him. He kind of retired a few years ago, officially. He came back and then he retired, and so he does some
can retire when you bet his Tampa Bay Bucks bets that he made.
He had that one. So yeah, he went out with a nice one.
Yeah, Fez he was in front of the Kamala team though. He hit that right at almost the top there. If you're betting Kamala, I mean, I'll give him that. So. We'll talk more about that on Monday, honestly, because I'm sure we'll get questions on that the day before the election. Let's see where right now it's trending. We're getting closer. I honestly think it's a toss-up, don't you think? I mean,
that's where that's such a people are like, oh, it's a cop out. I agree. I think it's
you give me a good plus number on either candidate. I'm betting either candidate.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Who knows? Well, we'll talk more about that on Monday. I'm sure everyone wants to hear that, but we'll see. Maybe people do. Do we want to best bet SMU? I mean, it's more me. If you say, nah, I don't like it that much, I'm fine. I'm not going to be.
Yeah, I mean, if we got enough 7s to say that can fare on the 7, which you said, let's go.
Yeah, if we got enough 7 -110, let's lay it. I'm good with that. So we got that, Zach. SMU best bet -7 if we got enough. We got a super chat here by Rikes, Rikes, 1999. We appreciate that. Or is it Rike? What is it?
I don't know, but
Well, in the chat, tell us if
Yeah,
I'm
give us
for
the
1999. I better get that right. What's your take on South Florida over and your lean still Boise over? I'll tack Boise first. Yeah, 56 and a half. Certainly, you can find 55 and a half. It looks like so. Always, 56 a relatively key number. Them mid 50s are touch on a bunch of key numbers when it comes to totals. So I still lean over San Diego State's offense showing improvement. Boise State, I think after a couple of sluggish offensive performances, probably looking to get out running a little bit more. They'll give Genty some touches, to say the least, in my opinion. There, as far as the South Florida over, a lot of money on the under for multitude of reasons. Both quarterbacks are banged up. South Florida's quarterback's out. Fancher, we'll see if he plays.
And
On top of it, 20-mile-an-hour wind too.
Yeah.
So can't be betting it.
I saw this that I think I saw they aren't guaranteeing Bynum Brown the job bet. Like, even if they might go with Bryce Archie, which I couldn't believe. But I saw like a report today that like he doesn't automatically get the job back. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Archie to think that he should be, the new QB1. So yeah, I agree with the move on the under for sure. I can't go. I mean, now you're talking about, a 6-point move. Probably a little late to the party here now, but I would still slightly lean that way.
Okay. Well, we
Did
appreciate
you do anything with the side?
Side tonight, I lean South Florida.
Me too.
Yeah, not enough to make it a best bet, but certainly I'll lay the 2.5 there. Yeah, nothing. I mean, obviously we're rooting for Georgia State tonight. That's the best bet. We're rooting for that. We're in front of it. Half point on a key number. I think we're in decent shape. I really it tickled me that Dr. Bob came in on them today. I like that because that's if Horseshoe, he loves the doctor. Tropism in the chat. Do you gents have any intel on the Melbourne is how you pronounce it. Melbourne Cup. My sister lived there for years.
Really?
No. Yeah. Yeah, you think Melbourne. Nope. The people in Australia pronounce it Melbourne.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And no, unfortunately, if there's one thing that hasn't been good to me over the years, it's horse racing. So no, if I went to my grave never having bet another pony race, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'll tell you that.
I'll have to give you some more Australian tidbits.
Yeah,
in the
I was going to say.
She's a citizen now. She works with the Irwins at Australian Zoo. That's where she works.
She's still there?
Yeah, she's a citizen now. So it's unbelievable.
That's a fascinating tidbit that
it is.
She grew up with you on the farm in Ohio, and now she's
Yeah, we did not come from a well-to-do family, so it is a little interesting in the paths that we took from. It's very interesting. Garrett Watkins. Any injury information? Pitt, SMU. Looks like both quarterbacks are going to play. I hope Thamel's right. He's not the most trustworthy source.
He doesn't bat 1,000 for sure.
No, he doesn't. But looks like both quarterbacks are going to play. Yes, we like SMU. Best bet. Garrett also Baylor, TCU. I think Baylor's the right side. I don't trust either team completely, but I think Baylor's the right side. Where are you at on this game?
I think it's a high variance game. Hint. I don't. This is one that might be in a certain parlay, but I don't have any money on the side. This is not a game that I think in some of these Big 12 games, like we did last week with the Texas Tech, I think anything could have. Nothing would surprise me in this type of result here. I think it's high variance. I think both teams will be up and down.
It is. Dang. I'm sorry, bud.
Listen, I'm not going to sell you on here. TCU's the bet of the century. I just think there's a lot of uncertainty here in these games, especially.
Yeah, I agree. It's a high variance. I don't know what team's going to show up, so I'll give you on that one. I should have looked at that.
There was some
3.5.
No, I thought there was.
I was told Baylor was going to get money. It's never showed. So that's what I was told this week, that it was gonna. So
I think there's a little bit of weather in Waco tomorrow.
yeah, there is gonna be some weather. It's gonna be rain.
Yeah.
Almost. I think it's like 85-90% chance of rain.
Yeah, it's a little bit of wind. I think 10 to 50 mile an hour gusts, which isn't crazy or anything, but you'll see.
We'll see. That one got moved with the World Series over. I think that got switched over to Fox or something, didn't it? I think
so.
I don't know. Well, I got to be honest. With like 40 teams on a bye, this is not the best. This isn't, this is my lowest volume week of the year so far. It just is. Not many games and not a lot of great games. Just being, if you're a college football fan, best game we're doing halftime tomorrow, Penn State, Ohio State. Alex in the chat, and I can't wait to talk about this 3:30 game up in Ann Arbor too. Alex in the chat, a bunch of look ahead lines are out. Any value? Utah plus 4.5, Kansas plus 6.5. I looked at a few. Haven't really. Nothing that really stood out. I probably lean Utah certainly at that, but I don't know what I'm getting out of there. You would think a rivalry dog at home, but Kansas, I got to look at that. I didn't see that one earlier. I got to be careful what I say. Them lines move quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if I'm not answering the question, you figure it out for yourself. No, that one's, I think, okay. That's about 7.5. I would not be talking. I'll just put it that way. I think Kansas is a play-on team. Ohio State juiced at minus 2.5 from David. I'd lean that way.
Me too. Yeah.
Are we there? I mean, what's the money lines looking like on that one? I was waiting when that got. Did you take it? Flashed on Don Best today. LR probable. Aller, LR. I don't know. I always get that wrong. I'm sure the Penn State fans will light me up on Twitter. Did you hit? I saw it hit 2.5 for a second, and it got back. Did you get involved at all?
When I wasn't. I've bet some 3. I did not jump any, but there's a lot of flat 3 out there. If you're,
what are we doing? You want to give it out, Mr. Buckeye?
I'm in on
3.5. Not if we love
I agree,
FanDuel, but not that price. We don't.
Yeah, minus 3. We can go best bet there because there's a lot of them.
Good to go.
We want to do that. I'm not opposed to it. If it's strong, I'm not opposed to it.
Well, and we've got
the under.
Yeah, we got. I think we do it.
And we have Penn State plus 3.5 from the summer. That sucks. Or you just want to get out of it? You want to get out of the Penn State bet?
Yeah.
All right. Best bet Ohio State.
I don't love
Best
the
bet
way
Ohio State. You just want to let's lay the money line, man, and try to middle this.
All right. What's the cheap money line there?
Yeah. Let's.
All right. All right. I like it. All
right. Let's do that. Let's
Zach, give us the money line.
Yeah. All right. I don't like doing that.
156.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that, folks. That's
no, me
shady.
neither.
That's shady.
Connor, I agree. I listen.
But we did. It's not like we gave out Penn State on Monday. We gave it out in July. So, so if it looks shady on the on BetStamp because it was 3.5 earlier this week, that was a July bet on Penn State, or maybe it was early September. We might have done that week 1 or something. I don't know. I think maybe even after the West Virginia performance.
August 15th.
Okay, August 15th. All right, there he is. Wow, he's on top of it. So, all right, I'm fair with that. I like the under. I can't believe a lot of the over money's come in. I don't.
Yeah, I agreed with that original under move. Then it's ticked back up.
Yeah.
You want to go under 47.5?
No, we already have a best bet on it, man.
Oh yeah, I thought. Okay, we already got locked it in. I was going to say, no, I'm surprised.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up. Round of applause for.
I was going to say, I love this under here. Listen, screw the market here. Give me the under again. Give it to me again, Zach. I was like, all right, I already bet this. Should we give it on the show? Give it to me again.
Yeah, double up on it. That's funny. I'm not going to say I've never done that before. Forget that I already bet something. Be like, yeah, let's bet it. I mean, Wow, that was funny. Bert in the chat, happy Friday, fellas. Wow, SMU and play at a flat 7. Yeah, we like it.
There you go, Bert.
My goodness. Charles in the chat, proper sicko games, UAB, Tulsa, Buffalo, Akron. I like UAB and Buffalo, but think there's better things to do with my money, like anything in these games. Maybe an over in the Buffalo, Akron game. These MAC games have been going over. Nothing big. I bet Tulsa, but a way different number. Maybe over in the UAB Tulsa game. I don't know. You do anything? I don't. Nothing screams great value.
No, I haven't gotten it. Gun to my head, Bert. I think I would lean Akron there.
Yeah, I did bet Akron. I did bet that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd lean that way. I think trajectory wise, they've been playing. Again, this is not a great team, but I mean, last 3 weeks they were competitive versus BG and Western, and then really dominated Eastern Michigan, except for almost blowing it and sending me off a ledge last week there.
Best bet, 1.5 is the best price. No? Yay, no? Yeah. There's other things. We'll get back to that.
I mean,
pick them at some shops.
Yeah. I'm gonna bet it. So yeah.
All right, best bet it. There we go.
I'm in on that. Okay, I thought at the 1.5. Again, was waiting around on the price of where it was gonna go, but I don't think we're gonna see too much. So
no, you're not. I mean, it's pick them at some of the shops that take bigger bets.
Yeah. So
there you go.
I don't have anything on the other one though. UAB Tulsa.
Nah. What was Dilfer doing during the bye? Golfing? I don't.
Look, you're updating the resume.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where he gets hired. We're just being honest. I'll tell you that the person that should be updating the resume is whoever hired him. Get them the hell out of town. Eat that in the chat. Akron, you just got your thoughts on that one. Auburn -7.5. I'm on Vandy. I don't agree with all the move there. Washington, I lean Washington. Where are you at on those?
Yeah, I like the Washington side. Again, prices come down quite a bit, getting towards there. So I know there were some 3 out there for a few days. All I can say is that I think Pavi is real banged up. He's going to play. He's a gamer. That would be my only counter to that. Auburn's playing better, and I think Pavi is.
All right, good point.
That's my only. But have I laid Auburn? Would I lay it over a touchdown? No.
Okay. 2.5 is a pretty good line for Washington now. It's won at a couple shops. So that would be good there.
Do you want to? Yeah, I agree. It's
up to you.
Oh, it's one
money line. Money line. We got a good money line somewhere.
+1,
like a 110, 105. It looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not opposed.
You know what? Let's see where we're at for the.
Yeah, let's see tomorrow. Let's hold one in the chamber for tomorrow.
All right.
Zach saying 105. Let's holster that one for tomorrow, maybe. Garrett in the chat, do you think the Tennessee line is too high back in Kentucky at this point? It's kind of scary. They're really banged up. But if I'm just saying, if I saw 17.5, 18 on Sunday, I probably would have bet Kentucky.
Yeah, I know. So
a lot of people on Tennessee.
Yeah, I filled some Tennessee for some parties this week.
But not at 17.5.
No, it was like 16.5. Yeah. So, and then it shot over that. But I agree with you on the surface if you're telling me this. But as you said, Kentucky banged up. I don't know what I mean. Normally, this would be a stoop spot I would love at this number, but man,
I think they're in big trouble. Not only this year, I think the Stoop's entire tenure is in trouble. That's for that, which is, we'll say, at Yale, Columbia.
I don't know if the Stoops model can work as well in the new era of college football. And
what is the Stoops model? I'll do if people get this one, it's like a Mike Francesca, the Kansas City model. You ever seen that's funny?
Of like the old school, older coach. I'm going to bring in guys, mid-star recruits. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to coach them up. I'm going to develop them.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know if that works in college football anymore. I don't know what the future. I mean, maybe things will change, but like the whole hardball model that was similar to the hardball model, was
Yeah.
just with a higher ceiling. Does that work anymore? Is that even the Saban? The whole
That's
I don't
true.
know.
All right. I hear. I think what hurt is he basically took the A&M job, and people are probably not too happy with that.
No, that's fair.
Shame on me because I bet Kentucky's win total over. My goodness, not good. Where am I at? Hold on. Yep, there we are. Thank you, Zach. DT plus points. Yale, Columbia too high at 51.5. I didn't bet tonight. Did you?
I didn't either. And you know what? This is like the game hasn't moved a half point either way from the
Yeah, it
side
hasn't.
or total.
That tells you something.
Yeah.
When one of these FCS games doesn't move, especially an isolated one.
Yeah.
Nothing there, folks.
No, nothing. Didn't feel anything. No orders came through. So, and it's still sitting there where it will open. So,
Jack in the chat, Joey props. Rocket Sanders over 41.5 rushing yards. South Carolina, Rocket Sanders. Did you do anything you and franchise this week?
So where's Zach? On that game specifically, didn't do anything. I would lean that way.
Yeah, I agree. Boy, look at that. Did that just pop? Maybe it's just me. Did you do anything in any other game?
That's what happened.
It did just go to 4. Okay. Any other games?
I'm trying to see here. Zach, pull up the Baylor TCU here if they got passing yardage.
I like this already.
So let's see here. Actually, under on Robertson. And actually, to be honest, we played both quarterback unders, but we'll go Robertson because that's similar to the number we played there.
Okay, there we go. Sawyer Robertson under 250.5. I'm guessing weather. Right?
Yeah. Win there, and think Baylor just is able to grind it on the ground a little bit more versus TCU. So I don't know. I mean, I like tomorrow. We sprayed a bunch of unders in this game. So when it's 42-35, then you'll find me in a dip.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I think weather and just kind of the way that Baylor can set up and play versus TCU there. So,
A-Lock in the chat, thoughts on Auburn and Vandy? Well, we just kind of hit on it. Vandy looks great, but Pavia, after playing week after week of these, high leverage games, I hate using the do factor, but you wonder a team like Vanderbilt how much they got left in the tank on one of these weeks.
You don't like the bottom just has to fall out at some point on one of these weeks, and maybe this is maybe.
And then they get a bye and they regroup. They just need one win here. It's not like they just need one win down the stretch. I don't know if this is the best spot for them. Nick, thoughts on ULM plus 10.5 against Marshall? Yeah, 10.5 with the hook. I lean ULM.
I was looking at that earlier, and I wasn't able to dig too deep into the game, but I was like,
well, yeah, good luck getting film on Sunbelt games. Yeah, my numbers made it lower, although I'm comparing my numbers to everybody else. Looks like I'm higher on ULM. They did just get crushed by South Alabama.
They did just get absolutely crushed by South
And Marshall's covered every game so far. So lean ULM. I don't think it's best bet material. Okay. I don't have that warm, fuzzy feeling about it. Watch ULM win outright. Jacob in the chat. Can we get a quick Portland State, Sacramento State breakdown? Last game on the board Saturday night. We'll get to that. Remind me of that. We'll get to that tomorrow. I haven't got to that game yet. I'm not through. I got like 20 some games left. I got to look at FCS. But we will get to that tomorrow at halftime. Remind me, Zach, Jacob Murphy, Portland State, Sacramento State. I'll give the breakdown tomorrow. Obviously, Sac State's going to be a double-digit favorite. Michael in the chat. Happy Friday, boys. Right back at you, Michael. Looking at South Carolina, A&M under 44. Have South Carolina as a top 5 defense. Selling the success A&M had with Reed last week. Also, night game in Columbia. Yeah, I lean under. I prefer South Carolina. Where you at on that one? The market says, hey, BP, you suck. And got as high as 3.5 today. I don't get it.
I bet some 3.5 today. So is there enough out there?
Maybe there was. It didn't. The 3.5s were widely available, and then for about 10 minutes, maybe. Huh.
You want to go in it? We'll call it widely available at 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely good at 3. So if Zach thinks there's enough 3, our good friends at FanDuel said 3.5. We'll do that. Yeah. So we love FanDuel.
A little bit of vig on it, but hey, I like it.
Yeah, we got some
slide
vig.
3 if you want to do
that. You know what? You don't have to pay when it wins. You don't pay the vig. I didn't know if you knew that.
Only juice if you lose, baby.
Yeah. I like. I'm sure they'll have a field day with that, but I think they win outright. I really do. We'll see. There we go. Another best bet.
I think they're very live. I agree. And man, like that. What is it? It has to be Reed, right? Like they have to be just going with Reed, and this is all gamesmanship.
Yeah,
that you're not going to do Weigman. I just don't know.
Not against that South Carolina defense, you can't.
I don't think how they won the game and came back versus LSU and ran all over them and just did the RPO. I don't think that can work this week, especially one they're prepared for it. South Carolina's much more equipped to move it.
It wasn't working already with Reed. Look at the Arkansas game. He was starting to trend badly. Right. Like, we got to get Weigman back in the lineup. So, I think A&M is a very overrated.
I agree. And then it's like one game versus LSU's not prepared for it because, Kelly's defense has been a shit show the last 2 years. And it's like, Reed's the guy again. It's like, no. We saw this, a month ago when it was like, it was, I'm with you. I am with you.
BG was live against them. Do people forget that? BG had them on the ropes.
On the ropes.
That was a Marcel Reed game. Oh, I love South Carolina. One of my favorite plays. Not of the week. I mean, maybe the month. At 3.5. Where we at? I don't do that stuff though. I
thought you were going to say it the season. I was like, woo!
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't roll that way.
Game play of the year, POI hashtag.
Nah, I don't do that.
PBT with the POI.
Yeah, I like that. Be the GOI. Burt Brownies, where we at on BP's favorite Old Dominion versus App State? I'm rooting for App State. I'm dead on the Old Dominion win total. I'm guessing. Hopefully, the book gives me back my App State ticket. That's also a loser. Because they didn't play enough games.
Yeah, it should.
There's 3s out there though. Wasn't there 3s, or did that get bought up today?
Yeah, I think it mostly got bought up.
No, there's 3s.
Is there still some 3s around?
Yeah, I certainly lean App State at +3.
Oh yeah, there is a couple 3. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I would lean that way too. I have not locked in a play on that game though. Man, that opened on quite the wrong side there. There's a couple of games this week that wrong side of 3.
All right. I'm not I don't trust App State enough to take it, but I certainly lean that way. Benjamin Rash in the chat, $9.99.
Benny.
Love it, Benjamin. Market like South Alabama. Is this overreacting to last week's blowout? Both Georgia Southern getting blown out and South Alabama blowing out ULM. I feel really bad that Chad always asks games that I got nothing. I really do. I don't have anything. Did you bet this game? I didn't.
So Benny, and you know what? It's funny. I wish the market would have liked it a little more. Because I was going to be in on Georgia Southern at 7.
Yeah.
Never really. I didn't see one. Maybe I misheard flashing it, but I haven't seen it throughout the week. Sitting flat 6 almost everywhere. I would kind of doubt that. I mean, this really hasn't had much action all week in this game. I would doubt it gets there.
It's been pretty much 6 and 60 almost all week.
Yeah, so that'd be one. If some steam comes in tomorrow, I see a 7, I'll grab it. If not, probably can't play it at 6.
Yeah, Benjamin, we'll revisit this one. This is a night game, so we'll revisit this on the halftime. Yeah, I'm in that 5 range, so it's certainly 7. I'm with you, Georgia Southern. I just feel bad. A lot of these super chats are on games that we haven't bet. Step on a Duck also asked about that game. I apologize to you, Step on a Duck, again for blocking you for a couple years by mistake. Brendan in the chat worried about my Pitt Panthers might get rocked. Boy, this game's popular. I'm not super moved by SMU either. I hear you, but we like
I
SMU.
tell you what, that is people love Pitt this week. That is
I think they're going to get killed. I don't think this team's that good.
You're calling it alt lines, people.
Yeah, I think they're going to get killed. I don't think this team's that good. When I start going back through their schedule, I'm like, this team should have 3 losses, man. They're not that good. I know I don't know. I liked SMU beat Louisville at Louisville. That was an impressive performance, I thought.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, everybody beats Florida State, but they killed Florida State. So I don't know. I like SMU winning a football game. Let me just throw this stat out there. Winning a football game minus 6 turnovers, pretty rare.
Yeah.
Coming into that game, 1-124. So, I mean, come on. I don't know. Maybe I'll get my teeth kicked down my throat, but I love SMU this week. Trip in the chat.
Is that what minus 6 is what 1-124 straight up or ATS?
Straight up.
Okay.
ATS not much better. I'm guessing maybe 10% against the spread. I'll have to look into that. Trip plus 4.5 a price that triggers a buy on Oklahoma State. Man, that money just one way all week on ASU.
That's a one-way stick it.
I got to be honest. If I didn't see the move, if that was Sunday, I'm betting Oklahoma State. I know they're banged up.
Is that a hammer emoji, Zach? Thoughts before thoughts? Team player here. As a team player, my only thought would be that the lines moved like a touchdown. So I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't be laying the 4.5. I would say it at that, especially because Arizona State's passing. That's another one, Zach. Pull up the what do you got in the props on the rush?
There's weather on this game too, isn't there?
Yeah. What do you got in the props on this one? We took some Sammy Levitt over rushing in this one. I think it was like 25, 29. Give it to me. I'll own it. Joey props will own it. I think you see, and again, I know he's just coming off an injury here, but the wind's going to be up. Guy can't really throw anyway. So yeah, I think you'll see a lot of Levitt and a lot of Scattaboo.
Perry in the chat, do we really trust Auburn? No, we don't. We talked about that. To lay points, we don't. Even though Pavia's banged up. Mike in the chat, we're not high on Penn State. We just bet Ohio State there. Charles in the chat, Kennesaw covers. They did cover last. I didn't even.
Yeah, I think they got in late. What is it?
31-14.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they did cover.
Covering machine in Kennesaw.
Yeah, because I think Western Kentucky had covered 6 straight entering that one. Gaius in the chat, hey guys, Army over. Yeah, I think the at least for this season with the Army and Navy quarterback play, I'm not betting these service academies under.
I feel like that was a great angle for like 35 years, and now things have changed. Like a lot of things in college football, things have changed. Anything on the side here? I'm kicking myself that I didn't bet any 24 early.
Kicking myself. I said this on Monday's show. I'd like to kick that sports book in the teeth and didn't let me bet 24.5 on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It was not, obviously wasn't FanDuel. But that's going to, incoming 24-point win.
31-7.
Yeah, 31-7. Darla in the chat. Thanks for your knowledge. Yale under 51.5. Bring on the action. Yeah, I'm just not there on this game. And I wish I could, read the tea leaves in the market, but the tea leaves are that it hasn't. Wait, hold on. It did just move. Do you see this?
Well, I was going to say, I saw the chat that some Columbia money was coming in.
Yeah, where are you at on that? I mean,
my guys didn't have any, and it's like from 2 to 1 is not exactly, so.
Yeah. I did make it 1. I'm looking at my 1 and 50.
Columbia -1?
I made Columbia 1 and the total 52. I'm looking at my little sheet here, my sheet of integrity for the FCS. I made it. So I guess my power ratings are pretty good. It usually calls almost all this to the, but I didn't bet it though. I mean, I needed 3.
That is the best price on Columbia in the market at FanDuel.
Is that what? Nah, man, we've been losing these damn.
I'm not. I'm just saying. If you're,
it is though. If you want
Get your-
Columbia, bet it right now. Plus 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
got to
you
bet it
go.
right now. By
Yeah.
far the best price in the market. I see one book in Vegas's pick, so you got to bet it.
And they're
I'm not
favored
giving
a
out
little
the
bit
best bet.
elsewhere. So yeah, it's just good price bet there. We won't best bet it, but yeah. I listen. Name of the game, people. Bet the best price. It's usually works out okay in the long run.
Yeah, if you're betting enough volume, it does. It does work out. On this show, I don't know.
It's a little sketchy, but yeah.
But in other instances, hell yeah. Pat in the chat, Q's +4. That's the play.
Unfortunately, the tail. If you like, if you're drinking at the tailgate, they got some +4 there.
And Hall of Famers in Vegas have 4. If you want to get out, drive down there, and as Horseshoe would tell me, you need to drive down there. It's a great bet. Dogs, Dan in the chat. Dogs better get a Scooby snack if Northwestern comes through.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a Greenies fan. Greenies will be all handing out.
Oh, Greenies. Yeah, that's a good treat. I've worked in a pet store for 8 years. That is a good, solid, healthy treat.
Fascinated back 8 years.
8 years in a
Pet
pet store. I
Plus
ran
or
the
like
store.
PetSmart or like a local one.
Local one. I was literally gonna. It's a company called Neutro. I was gonna. I'm young. I'm in my younger, lower 20s, and I was gonna be responsible for the entire state of Michigan for selling Neutro dog food. I didn't get a job. And then I was hired at Phil Steele like 6 months later. So yeah, it could have you could have. If that company would have hired me, I was gonna live in like Grand Rapids, Michigan, because my territory was like the entire lower peninsula on the west side. So I was gonna live in Grand Rapids. Like it was down to me and another guy. I thought I was gonna get it, and I didn't. And thank God, because I wouldn't be talking to you right now, man.
Yeah,
So
I'm right. Yeah, no, it'd be.
Kai S in the chat. This is your life. I'm sorry for going off the beaten radar today. Guy S, New Mexico under 16.5. No. New Mexico. I know.
New Mexico under, and you burn for the rest of eternity.
Yeah. I know the under easily hit, but New Mexico still had like 450 yards last week. I mean, they moved the football. They just turned it over like 4 or 5 times. So no, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, this number's way up from where it was. I loved over in this game early in the week, but it was like, mid high 50s, and now it's at 6. So I wouldn't play it anymore. I mean, to be honest with you, even at 60.5, I'd kind of lean that way. Wyoming's actually found a little something. So, and it's not your older brother's Wyoming defense. So, and they're not in Larmy, so I actually lean over here.
Agreed.
But it's just numbers gotten pretty high up there now.
Nash 2, Harvard money line, Dartmouth overrated. I mean, that's tomorrow FCS. What time is that game? Is that later?
It's time they kick it in.
1:30 start time. I lean Harvard.
I mean, we'll be coming on right as they're about to kick.
Yeah. I lean Harvard. I don't know if I'm gonna go money line there though. Lean Harvard. Shane in the chat, Mississippi State minus 17.5 against UMass. Yeah, I don't mind that. Is there a possibility it goes to 17? Because 17.5 by far is the best price in the market. I mean, why not?
I don't even that. Yeah, it's like all 18.5, 19. So if you got a 17.5, that's probably as good as it's getting.
Another super chat. High value conversations. Well, we appreciate your conversation. We appreciate your super chat for $4.99. I got money on Canes to drop one of the last 4. Am I good?
Well, the problem is that they should have dropped like 3 already. And then when you don't drop those, you end up playing a schedule here where
Haynes King. If Haynes King's healthy, that's a sneaky game.
Yeah,
the dome
is another sneaky one if McCord's not throwing it to the other team. So but I don't think they're dropping this week's or Wake Forest at home. So I think you got 2 swings at it, high HV.
There's hope, but not a lot. I'll just say
that.
Haynes King's healthy. A lot of teams are live against this Miami defense. I will say that.
Yeah,
Man, they should have already lost like 2
I
games.
know.
Damn them. Get back here. Joey Pucks tonight.
Nothing tonight. Tomorrow, it's.
Are you
I
gonna
mean, I
start
know
a Joey Pucks tout service?
well, I don't think the guy that sends it to me would be happy about that.
Okay.
The Canucks like 250-ish if you have that tomorrow around or better is around, but there's a couple out there. Again, market's thin. It's the overnight here, but if you got a 250, there's a couple out there worth a pop tomorrow on the Canucks. Did Brad freeze that? Zach, did we lose Brad?
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking one hockey play and he logs off. That's
Yeah.
I thought we didn't even go into the Leafs there.
I don't know what happened to him there.
I was gonna say, like, that guy, you can't say he's such a college football lifer that one Joey Bucks play sent him over the reservation.
There you go.
I hit something. I put my cord fell out. My internet cord.
Is it like here where there was a super chat while you were gone when it was just me and Zach? Do you think Zach would beat up my wife's boyfriend for him with the Kenny Powers stuff? Look, Mr. D, listen, he might take care of it for you, especially if you're in the Toronto area, the Toronto general area. That the new and improved Zach Phillips got a little gruff to him. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Matt in the chat, thoughts on Bama -2.5 next week at LSU. I'm not there.
Well, you are. Well, you're already there out the window on LSU 4.5.
Yeah, we gave it out. Best bet 4.5 LSU. We gave that out. I think we're good there. As far as price, we're always good on price. I was looking at the other shows. We have the best CLV out of every show and like the worst ROI.
that is really
that sounds right. The best CLV, but the worst ROI on the hammer. That's us. Yay. Matt H. Oh no, I already read that. Sorry. I got a little discombobulated there. I kicked my internet cord. Blue Chicken, UNC alt line -9.5. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they're the most trustworthy team to do that, but what does Florida State have left? I think I might be betting some alt lines with Notre Dame next week.
I bet some. Listen, I bet some. Last week was probably my bet regret of the season on UNC, and so obviously this week I'm on UNC, which means they'll choke one off to Florida State here. But to be honest with you, the price, I think I played like -1 or so. The prices I played were not significantly different from what's out there now. So some Florida State's money's come in.
We best bet I bet North Carolina too. Multiple times.
All right, I'm in that because I didn't think
let's
it would come
get in
this
on
far
this
back.
because I'm not in on this on any show, but I am in. My bankroll's in on this because I did bet them multiple times. Let's lay the 2.5.
Yep, I'm in.
All right, there we go.
It's right about what I bet too. So
laying the 2.5. There we go. Another best bet. We'll recap them here in a second. We'll also get to the money line play here in a second. Matt H, thoughts on Clemson team total tomorrow over. Last I checked, there could be some rain there. I think there's going to be some rain there. I do like Clemson in this game. I have not gotten there yet because it's 10.5, but 10 I think I go.
I filled some. There was some 10 I filled for of another
franchise.
Party. It was actually two people that wanted some Clemson. He was one of them. So yeah. But I agree with you. We bet 10, like you have to have flat 10 or better.
Agree.
Not a 10.5. Team total though.
35.5. Where are we at on that? I don't know if I want to do that. 36.5. Yeah, I don't know. That's another night game, right? Yeah, we'll talk that one tomorrow. A lot of night games tomorrow.
Oh, Benny's doubling up.
Oh, 500 plus chat, 140 likes. The Zach Coin rug pull. unless we get a better
Yeah,
balance.
we need to. Yeah, Ben, tell the people here. Zach needs some likes, or he's gonna be, he's gonna be filming Taylor's T-Math's videos here if we can't get more likes.
I know.
Yeah, the problem is that when I rug pull, I don't think that me posting pics half naked on the internet is really going to make up for it
I
the
don't
same
know.
way.
I mean, maybe with the new haircut, you never know.
There'll
Yeah,
be
I
some
mean, don't
ladies out there.
shortchange yourself.
There'll be some ladies out there.
Yeah.
They're willing to pay. Wow, 578 viewers, 124 likes. That's pathetic. We need more BP origin stories. Apparently not. Nobody's liking them. So, let's get to the main attraction. That would be the thing that we haven't won one, but if you've been betting them individually, round robin style, you've been doing well. Let's get to the main event, that being your money line parlay of the week.
Let's go, baby. Let's get a. We need a. God damn. If it's hey, listen. They've been good to us with your round robining, but we just cannot hit a 4 for 4. But let's start it tonight with the blue horseshoe fade. Georgia State at UConn. We're on its side again. This is two garbage teams. I love this. Nobody loves a plus 200 or better money line in a matchup of absolute dregs than Joey K. So that's been the MAC, that's been the CUSA, whatever. And you get some Georgia State at UConn here. I think they're live in that one. TCU Baylor, as we said, I know BP was disappointed, but again, Big 12, high variance game, up and down both ways, a little bit of weather in there. So again, just playing a little, and that actually came down a bit here. I think it was 10 cents better an hour ago. Washington, I think they're a better team than USC at this point in the season. At home, a little bit of plus money on the money line there. I know we are going to revisit for a best bet to see maybe tomorrow, but threw them in the round robin because even think that to be honest with you, I'm not sure if that's plus money tomorrow, but for kickoff, so threw them in it there.
Agree.
And then the final leg, which is again come down thanks to the tailgate, which was a little bit better. Yeah, Syracuse at VT. Think they're live in that. Like the side, we were going to do best bet, but we got front ran here by the old TT. So still like it in the underdog round robin there. 4 plays. Let's get a 4 for 4, baby. Let's get a 1.
I think we're going to get 3. So
3 with
round robin. I always want to call this a round robin because I round robin them. But yeah, if you want to do the parlay, do that. But we do recommend round robbing them.
Yeah.
Yep. On a Friday night, fading the horseshoe is always a good way to start the weekend. Yeah, it is on Fridays. It is, especially when he loves his favorites on Friday. His Friday favorites. He hasn't learned a lesson yet.
No, he hasn't. Especially
he hasn't. I hope another lesson's coming tonight.
Amen.
We haven't talked one big game up there in Ann Arbor.
Oh, yeah.
Oregon, Michigan. What's your thoughts now?
Can Bryce Underwood
you should be more worried about this
Saturday?
Yeah. Big recruiting weekend.
Big recruiting weekend. So let's try not to lose by 35 here. Listen, this is going to be the old cop-out worm boy take of the year. I think the line is a bit too, and we always preach price on this show. The price, I think, is a bit rich. Situationally, though, it's just a Michigan offense that where if you get outside the window, it's hard to get back in. It's just hard. And I know they've been taking a little money today. I got to be honest with you, at 13.5, I'd probably lean, or if it popped.
Lean? I'd be best bet Oregon.
I mean, let's see where it's at tomorrow. What's that?
Yeah, we'll have it. Let's see where it is tomorrow. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the Friday moves are just taking half points on key numbers.
Yes, for sure.
Let's see where we're at tomorrow at halftime of the Ohio State Penn State game. You got any other games that we didn't talk about? Michigan State, Indiana. Where you at in that game?
I was hoping we'd get a bigger line bump off the Rourke news.
Nah, we're not going to. I'm going to wait let's wait till tomorrow because public's going to want to bet Indiana because they cover every week. So, and then, college game day will come on. They'll be like, Rourke's going to play and all this stuff. So I do like Michigan State, though. I will say.
One more. Man.
Iowa, Wisconsin. Go ahead.
Iowa money line. I loved that play. I saw it earlier when you sent it and immediately jumped in and grabbed some. Give me Iowa under third money line or under 3. Yes.
So
yes.
we like money line or 3? Let's see. Let's compare. Looks like some 3s are popping. Oh, old BP. 2.5. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Iowa best bet.
I like that.
Upgraded quarterback with Sullivan.
Yeah.
Love the price. Wisconsin, Kinnick at night.
Yeah.
You got me on this, and some other people told me. I was like, all right, I changed my mind.
Yep, I like it.
The price makes a big difference too. We drove through 3 on a total that's 40. Come on.
No, for sure. Hey, Kevin, you son of a, you're reading my mind there because I was just going to ask. We don't have to give it as a best bet. I've played Minnesota a few times. Like, I think Minnesota buries Illinois. So,
all right. You want best bet? Do we get something cheaper than 3 though?
Yeah, I know. Price wise, again, we've always preached price on this show at 3. I'm like, man, there's.
Oh,
see it.
There we go. Take that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're rolling now. We're rolling now, folks. We gotta
Hopefully
load this
stuck around,
portfolio.
baby.
Yeah, the show's coming to an end. We gotta make sure we got enough.
Nobody asked about any of these games.
I know.
People are like ULN and said SMU game 58 times during the show. Nobody watches Big Ten football anymore.
I guess not. The ratings say no. CBS didn't get a good deal there.
No, I know. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they might have overpaid. Gary Danielson's begging for the SEC games again. He doesn't even know who these players are.
Unbelievable. They were only paying like $30 million a year on the SEC, and they're getting the number 1 SEC game. Toma in the chat, congrats for that. I'll let anybody that's watching read that.
I thought
I'm like looking at
that. I read that as like she gave you some of the money, like of the ULL ticket, but
I think she gave him some of something else.
Yeah. He had himself a really nice what was that, Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah,
at least you didn't have to go outside, you didn't have to get it from elsewhere,
Jeez. That's Joey Knish. I'm Brad Powers. All right, let's recap best bets. I was just looking at other stuff, but we always got tomorrow. We always got tomorrow to hit some stuff.
Oh yeah, do you have any Florida, Georgia? Do you have any?
Florida taking a lot of money. With the market. I think Georgia kills them.
You know what? I'm gonna troll a guy I work with. Saw the same thing. Some 14 popped. He was right on it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Actually, trying to prep for a true freshman quarterback in his first, they're going to kill him. So I will say the tout service is waiting to see what the best way to attack it. It will get attacked tomorrow. That's how much I like it. So I'll let you all know tomorrow on tomorrow's show what I ended up doing. But something is in the mix here. I like the over. I like Georgia. We're just waiting for the best price. I'm waiting for the 14. I can't believe this number didn't go up. I thought it was heading to 17. So yeah, we like Georgia. NC State game. Well, this has been back and forth a little bit. There's another game. Where you at on this one? NC State Stanford. I think it's a horrific spot for Stanford.
I'm with you on that. I've kind of to go across there and get NC State, but that's. Do you want to go in and lock in 9.5?
Yeah, it's late. Boom, another best bet.
Yeah,
let's roll 9.5.
Because I don't. It's not getting better than that. So I think there's like 1-9.
It's back and forth all week.
Yeah,
9.5 to 10, 9.5. NC State's off a bye. 7 straight week for Stanford. 4 straight all the way across the country. They got nothing left. Step on a duck. $4.99. The show is great. Staple in my weekly routine. Thank you, Duck. We appreciate you. Yeah, Trick. It is a brutal. One of probably the worst spot of the week. Them and Louisville worst spots. All right, let's recap the best bets. We just added like 5, so we got some extra ones to talk about. Hey, folks, don't shut off the show. I mean,
we didn't plan that. People just didn't ask about any of those games.
Yeah, it pays to stay, or we'll see. Hopefully, it does.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm going to add it up. I think we're up for. I know the 3-year record is down, but I think we're up this season. We'll have to look. Maybe Zach has that, but I think we're up this season.
I think so as well.
I thought we started the season like 20 games under 500. What are we, 9, 10 now? So I think we are up. You wouldn't know by the comments.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
it's
pretty
exactly
sure we
you.
started 20. Didn't we? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll have
so
to run
terrible.
the last year, run the query.
Yeah. So,
by-
last year was as bad as it gets,
Yeah.
folks. I mean, really, I'm honestly, Pizzola should have canceled us. So that's funny. We're lucky to be alive, considering we're lucky we even have viewers. Maybe they were fading. Best bets.
Pull
We
it
need
back
like a
up.
little teaser thing, like like we got at the start. Georgia State plus 7.5. That's tonight. We got some CLV there. Minnesota minus 2.5. Great price there around a key number. Love it. Minnesota's going to blow them out or win by 3. We cover either way. Akron's going to win outright plus
Yeah.
1.5. Got some CLV there. Ohio State hedging a little bit on the money line there. Penn State plus 3.5. We're hoping the middle is what we can do there. Ohio State win by 3 would be great. Under 47.5 from the Monday show. Penn State plus 3.5 is from August 15th show. So don't look into that too much, although we do have some CLV there. NC State minus 9.5, we just gave out. North Carolina minus 2.5, we just gave out. UCLA plus 7.5, that was on Monday's show. That came back a little bit, but I think we're in a really good position there. Sam Levitt over 29.5 rushing yards. He's back from injury. It looks like they're going to run a lot in the weather. South Carolina plus 3.5, like that one. They went outright. Iowa minus 2.5, just gave it out. Love that one. Robertson under 250.5 passing yards there. Weather matchup wise screams more running than pass there. SMU minus 7. LSU next week, and then to A&M games looking better and better. I thought that was going to be a stupid ticket for several weeks now.
Yeah,
that's looking better.
Because like there was that for a few weeks, there was like 11, 10, 9.
Yeah.
I have bet that game like 6 straight weeks. So if Texas blows them out, that's going to be a painful financial day for Joey K.
You got any closing thoughts?
Hate the portfolio, as we're saying in the chat. Hey, hate the. I don't know which one we're on this week, but let's hate the portfolio, and really looking forward to the big noon halftime tomorrow. See how that Ohio State.
Yeah, it's one of our best. It's probably our best game of the season.
I was gonna say, yeah, they don't usually the noon hasn't had a lot of juice with the elite game matchups, but this one, I'm hyped for that one.
I am too. So for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips, sporting his brand new shiny new haircut. I'm merely Brad Powers. Thank you guys to all your comments, concerns, questions, super chats. You guys are the stars of the show. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you tomorrow morning.